Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to learn a guitar arrangement of Earned It by The Weeknd. So this is going to be kind of a short one, pretty simple to understand, kind of 2 chords for most of the song, but kind of trying to arrange those string parts to really make them sound decent on the guitar. So hopefully I did a good job here for you. Let's start here. We're in standard tuning. And we're just going to be using this simple kind of we are some bar chords. If you're not used to bar chords, got tons of lessons on bar chords at the site to really teach you how to use them correctly and how you have to hold your hands so you're not killing yourself at all times. So just go check out the site. I got free trials. You'll see the link in the description or whatever, and we'll really get you going there. So we're going to start here though, 3rd fret here. Now what I'm doing here is I'm grabbing, basically playing a G minor 7 chord. And we're going to have the 3rd fret on the low E, and then the 3rd fret across the B, G, and the D string. And I like to use just my ring finger across those 3 notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the low bass note, and then the 2 middle strings. As I hold this down, I'm going to always release the pressure of my ring finger whenever I hit it. Well, then they're still ringing. And then when they do the big kind of hit on the chord, that's when I add that note that's on the B string. So we have this. So that was full chord there on the 3rd hit, and then the other 2 are just the 2 middle strings again. Now we start over by picking the low E string twice there. Then we're going to take the same rhythm here to this D minor 7 chord. Open D string. You're going to bar across the 1st fret on the high E and the B, and then play the 2nd fret on the A string. The G string. Play the A note. So is once again low bass note, and then just going to pick the 2nd and 3rd strings this time, and then all 3 strings on that 3rd hit. And then back to the 2nd and 3rd for the last 2. And then once again, twice for the bass note. All right, then we have this little bass line that climbs up. That's open D string, 3 to 4. Exercise there to kind of practice a little bit. Then we have the only other part that ventures is towards the end of the song, about the 2-minute 55-second mark. It plays a little bit different chord progression. Now what it is this. I'll just play through it real quick. Sounds like a Leonard Skinner thing. So that thing I was doing at the end just continues on and on. So we're gonna have here that it's basically a D power chord. So you're not gonna, it's like a D chord without the high E string in there. So he's hitting those 3 strings. Then add the 2nd finger here. The middle finger is gonna play the 3rd fret on the A string. So it's like a D chord with the C in the bass. And then we have basically a G. We're just putting the 4 middle strings, 2nd fret on the A string, open G, D, open G, and then the 3rd fret on the B. So just repeat those 3 chords twice. Now we have kind of a more distinct progression. D to that C in the bass, to a G, to to a B flat major chord. So that's just, you can play that like that. First fret on the A, and then third fret across the D, G, and the B string. So we have that. All right, and then he goes through pretty much the same bass line he just played. Just repeats this part, which is just that D power chord, then with the C in the bass, then that G with the B in the bass. There's those 4 middle strings is all I'm picking the entire time. And then move that second fret down to the first. Leave everything else the same. So it's really easy after this part. D power, the third fret on the 5th string. Let's repeat that. All right, so that's about it. You know, it's pretty cool sometimes when you can arrange simple string or keyboard parts, and it kind of works out pretty well. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com. Bye-bye.